Nevada's entering phase 1, motherfuckers. Let's go! Woo! Oh, man.
And I'm Steve.
I'm Tom.
And this is Demagogue News with things you need to know about episode 23. We got the reopening risks and rewards, running under the influence of color. Tools never win, and Joe don't know.
And it's a beautiful day here in Boulder City, Nevada. Now that we found out, as of 3 p.m. our time, that we're entering phase 1 on Saturday at 12:01 a.m.
The wheels of economy start rolling.
Oh, man, it is beautiful. We were supposed to be on lockdown till June, so that is certainly welcome news to me.
Thank God. Thank God.
I mean, maybe Sisolak, I said this of Governor Whitmer a couple episodes ago, but maybe he's been reading the Prince too. Like, just start with a heavy hand, and then when you give people back the freedoms you just took, they appreciate you.
But it's all a big this long mind game.
Yeah, I don't even care, though. I'm actually stoked as hell that, so what us entering phase 1 means is that restaurants, barbershops, nail salons, bars with restaurant parts, like
restaurants with bars, not bars with restaurants.
Sometimes you just can't distinguish.
I think it's for all the gaming bars out there.
Yeah, also that.
Basically, most retail jobs.
Yeah, retail or like food and beverage.
Retail style, cashier, upfront, pay there, things that were definitely closed. Finally, and they start on Saturday, which I'm amazed that he gave. Really, that's actually a little too fast. Like, you think he gave more than 2 days heads up.
Yeah, you just
like, hey, motherfucker, Saturday, fucking 8 a.m. All right.
I mean, both of us speculate that there were a lot of power players behind the scenes involved, particularly Jim Murrin, if we were to name it, and Bill Hornbuckle.
Yeah, former CEO of all of MGM for like a while, who was running the coronavirus task force in Nevada. Like, I'm sure he's like, hey, Steve, one of these days, today, Junior, come on.
Sisolak's just like, well, I don't know. I mean, the Western States Pact. And it's like,
Gavin Newsom said, we can't open yet.
Yeah, he's like, do you like nail bombs, Steve? Because that's what's about to be in your fucking mailbox.
You want to start your car and never have to start it ever again?
Yeah. So we are elated at this possibly underhanded deal, but I don't even care. I'm glad to be rejoining the rest of the nation, well, the good parts of the nation, in reopening.
Being employed, goods for services.
Yeah, it's so that'll be cool. Unfortunately, some of the people who will not be reopened are strip clubs, brothels, buffets, casinos, gyms, nightclubs, spas, sporting events.
Yeah, we're still not going to start working, but this is the first part of starting to work.
Yeah, we get to actually spend our unemployment money.
Right, we're making all this cash. Doesn't matter if we can't even spend it. Start burning it. Use it as fire in the cold winter nights.
The Joker now? Like, some men just want to watch their unemployment.
No, I'm talking like Pablo Escobar.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't watched Narcos.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So finally, Las Vegas is actually a city again.
Well, will be.
2 days.
Yeah.
I'll defend my hubris and say it could be today. You know.
So. You know what is not a city, though, that is actually wildly disappointing is Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas is a city, I remember.
It's not a good city, apparently, because Shelley Luther, a hair salon owner, reopened and was arrested.
Yeah, I believe it was 2 weeks ago. She decided that she's done with all this COVID-19 crap going on, and I got people to support. I got my employees. I got my family. We're going to open. We can figure this out. We can be responsible human beings and do this safely. And the cops came and arrested her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she had her little day of sentencing, and the judge basically said you can apologize, or you can pay the fine, or you can go to jail. And she put jail.
Yeah, I mean, it's a compelling reason, though. She said she's not going to apologize because she has to feed her kids. Her stylists have to feed their kids. And, quite frankly,
what am I apologizing for?
Yeah, and, anybody who was going to enter there knew the risks going in. Like, whatever happened to personal autonomy?
Nope. Apparently, Dallas, maybe we're not going to Texas.
No, that's okay. You say not going to Texas. This was local government, though. So this was city-based Dallas.
So we're just moving to Dallas then.
Yeah. Because the lieutenant governor and the governor both expressed, like, hey, that's actually really messed up. You need to release Ms. Luther. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so she spent a week in jail, probably just twiddling her thumbs and getting just her voicemail must just be inundated with lawyers.
Oh, and she'll get a ton of business after this. So I think it's a win for Ms.
Yeah, first of
Luther.
all, anyone who's living inside of 30 or 40 miles is like, hey, let's go to that bitch's fucking salon. She's cool. Let's go
Hell
there.
Yeah, she likes freedom.
Yeah,
I like freedom too.
Freedom. Wow, son of a bitch. Yeah, but she's every lawyer in the that local Texas area. Find out what her phone number is immediately.
Yeah,
she's gonna be making some dough in the next 1 to 2 years, probably.
Yeah, good for her. I think it's definitely, and coming from people who say they're looking out for everyone, I almost see this like elitist point of view where, okay, like Lori Lightfoot, who's the mayor of Chicago, for instance, her telling people like, yeah, you guys can't go to hair salons and beauty salons, and she's getting her hair done. And then when she got called out on it, she's like, "Oh well, I'm the face of this city." It's like, "Oh, so like you're better."
It's 'cause I'm above the law. I can do whatever I want. You peons have to do what I say.
Yeah. Or like Obama, he he told people stay inside, social distance, and he gets private golf course runs. Like,
if you can't afford it, beat it.
Like,
just beat it.
I was social distancing. There was no one else on the course. Safe.
I mean, that's the same crap that Joe Rogan's getting. He hired a private doctor to do private coronavirus testing for every single guest.
Yeah, but that's coronavirus prevention. Actually, I don't even care in the case of Joe. Actually,
that's him maintaining.
Yeah.
He is helping the public good for those people that
Exactly.
come in.
So, props to you, Joe Rogan, for testing your guests. We do enjoy it when they're actually in the same room as you.
Yeah,
there's that sort of like
the
chemistry
Skype is
that-
terrible.
Yeah, you don't get that from Skype.
Yeah.
So, I'm really sick of this sort of like we're for the people, but it's almost like
No, we're only for some people.
yeah, or I'd say it's okay. Harkening back to episode 4, which happens a lot on the show.
Hey,
It's that it's the proletariat disguised as bourgeoisie. No, reverse that. Bourgeoisie
is
disguised as proletariat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they want to seem that, we're the same people too.
Yeah, we're just like you.
Until we go into our house and it's like fucking awesome and you can't come inside. And also, if you have what's in our house, we're going to take it from you. You're not allowed to have what's in our house.
Yeah.
You can't have barbershops and close relationships with other people that are strangers. Only we can do that. Nah. So that's cool. Awesome. I'll be very surprised if even if they did a good job, there's probably just gonna be a massive upheaval in local election because there'll probably be enough people from either side or either or that will say, well, they ran that like dog shit. Vote for the other person.
Yeah.
So there's not gonna be a lot of incumbents in the next 4 years.
Or
of
incumbent
elections.
victories. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Sisolak is definitely salvaging some of his losses, but some of the damage is already done. Like, we're
Yeah.
not going to forget the fact that he was indecisive for so long.
Yeah.
That being said, Governor Sisolak, if you happen to hear this, which I'm sure you won't, thank you for putting us
Also,
to phase 1.
I appreciate this one time
Yeah,
you didn't fail us.
It's amazing.
Just keep going on that, and maybe we will vote for you.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know.
Keep that no state income tax, and we might have a shot
You
here.
might have a shot here, buddy boy.
So, turning it to other people who get allowances for their position, a lot of what's going on, this case gained a lot of popularity due to Facebook, but back in February 23rd, Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old black man living in Georgia, was going on a jog, and a father and son gun-toting duo apparently got in his way. Mr. Arbery tried to run around them. Travis McMichael, the son of Greg McMichael, who was the father, tried to get in his way. Apparently, Mr. Arbery tried to fight him, and then Travis McMichael pulled the trigger 3 times and killed Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah, this is especially now that it's now grown and such a big thing. I think the sad thing is that there's no true understanding of what actually happened.
I mean,
What
there's
happened
there's
before?
video.
There's video?
Yes, there's video.
Oh, that's not good.
So, there's video evidence showing what happened. What the
Yes, so keep on going with the story, Tom.
Yeah, so the behind I guess what people are trying to make sense of is, okay, in the state of Georgia there is a vigilante sort of like a citizen's arrest law that you can use. That if you witness someone commit a crime, then you can hold them until authorities get there. That being said,
So you can legally kidnap somebody for a
yeah.
certain amount of time until the cops come.
However, the stipulations with this law is that it can't be like a second hand or third hand, which neither of the McMichaels actually witnessed Mr. Arbery commit a crime. The alleged crime was that he was inside of a
He's robbing somebody. Oh,
Yeah.
no, he was just trespassing. Wasn't he?
trespassing on like an area under construction, which I'm not gonna lie, I've been in tons of construction sites, before.
Not that much of a crime.
Yeah,
And what are you stealing copper?
Yeah, everybody's done it.
A misdemeanor? Come on.
So on top of that, neither of the McMichaels, witnessed any of this. Apparently, they were just chasing him down. So whether or not it was racially motivated, I mean, my intuition says yes, but
Not a good look.
it's
Not a
definitely
good
not
look.
like. That being said, though, was the case swept under the rug because Ahmad was black, and
Because the real problem is that neither Travis nor Gregory McMichael have been charged with anything.
yeah, they weren't arrested after killing somebody. So what? It actually turns into a weird case of nepotism because Greg McMichael was a former police officer. Wasn't he a former like prosecutor?
He worked as an investigator for 30 years at that local Georgia district attorney's office. That's okay. That's not a
Yeah.
good look, bro.
So everybody knew him. They were
He just retired last year.
some
So
good old boys, and they just swept it under the rug. But thanks to social media, this case has really gained some traction.
yeah, is this gonna be the next George Zimmerman?
Yeah, there's
that's-
a lot of comparisons between
Yeah.
this case and Zimmerman.
Zimmerman-
That being said, though, the Trayvon Martin case had no video evidence. This one does.
Yeah, I didn't know there's literally a video.
Yeah.
Is it a video of him getting shot?
Yes.
Like,
It's
oh, that's
graphic in nature. So.
oh, okay. Well, that's not.
So yeah, I would say just because of public opinion alone.
This is going to go to trial for something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well,
So yeah, keep your eyes on that one.
that's not that. Wow, that's when it comes down to open and shut cases. We'll see how shitty this one goes.
Yeah.
OJ didn't go too hot.
OJ didn't have video evidence.
No, but also OJ had blood inside of his Bronco.
Yeah, but he also had the greatest legal team ever assembled.
Oh, are we gonna see the Dream Team Part 2?
Dude, if we did, that'd be wild.
Oh,
I don't think any lawyer who wants to have a future would not take this case though. Any high profile lawyer, like not.
no, they
happening.
definitely will. Somebody
to defend the McMichaels.
they're not gonna get a freaking public attorney.
Yeah, I mean no, they definitely won't.
No, and depending on how much cash they got in the bank, because obviously they ain't got OJ money,
Yeah.
so they can't afford that shit. But somebody's gonna be somebody in Georgia is gonna take it, because if they do win, it shows that they have clout, but also they're a piece of shit. But they're already a lawyer,
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah.
lawyers, not the highest opinions of lawyers people have.
So definitely stay posted for that. Staying on the topic of murder here, I don't know if anybody's heard about the story of Bing Liu. You want to go into that?
Yeah, so apparently last week, a gentleman who was working at the University of Pennsylvania.
No, it was Carnegie Mellon.
No, that's where he went to. That's
Oh, that's where he went to school,
Yeah,
but he was working at the
University of
university.
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Who was very studious and apparently making great gains in knowledge with the coronavirus, was caught up in an apparent murder-suicide and was killed in his home. 37-year-old Bing Liu, was apparently getting somewhere with some vaccine or studying or knowing more about the coronavirus, and was killed by another man named Hao Gu, who killed him and then killed himself in his car. Now, they are both from China. Bing Liu immigrated after he graduated from the University of Singapore, and it sounds like just a real fucky situation.
Yeah, it just doesn't add up.
Murder-suicide. Did he have information on Hillary?
That's normally how these go.
Yeah, it's definitely still developing. We don't know a lot. We know that who the other person who did it. It sounds like the Chinese Communist Party didn't like what he was doing, because
Definitely.
this is a real fuck situation.
It definitely seems like an inside job. It's really like what's happening here. Like how Goo like
Did he have
I don't know,
debts?
coveted his
It
wife
was
and
with the
then like
it was
killed
with the
himself.
triads
Yeah,
and
I don't.
did something. We got you into the country and you didn't.
It's just all weird and like.
And this person was Bing fucking Howe's wife. Was there some?
Yeah, I don't, or like wanted to. Yeah, maybe he was banging Hal's wife, or Hal was jealous of Bing's wife. I don't know.
Yeah, who
but
is the this character that killed him?
yeah, like nothing really out about that.
Yeah. So and also who's working on the coronavirus? What a great! That's like the beginning of a movie. You kill the top guy, and then it all falls into shambles, and then the world ends. Yeah, shit's news is happening. Yeah. Oh god.
I mean, yeah, we are sad that the people are getting killed, but sometimes you gotta make lemonade out of lemons, man. You gotta
Great crack a few eggs, Tom. What the fuck?
Christ. So on a this is more of a career murder suicide. Neil Ferguson, the epidemiologist who said that the U.S. was going to lose 2 million people to corona. He also talked about I think it was 2 million
The
people
UK
in
or the
Britain.
US?
He said for the U.S.
The
was 2
US.
million for coronavirus, but I think Steve, you had said earlier that I think he reported like 2 million people dying of mad cow in the UK back when that was a thing.
Yeah, this guy has been inside the higher UK government health for a long time and has said that anything terrible that's ever happened is gonna be the arbiter of the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean it's a safe position to take. Like people are less
Just in
likely
case
to,
you're right.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas if it doesn't happen, it's like, oh well, we were just being safe. As opposed to if you say everything's gonna be fine, and then shit hits the fan,
Then
you are done.
You're wrong, and let's lynch you in the streets because you.
So Mr. Ferguson hilariously lost his job, not because he was hysterically wrong, but
Or right.
because he was not social distancing with his mistress. Like,
Yeah, he left his London home to go across town to his mistress, and somebody in a British newspaper found that out and posted it. Spread like wildfire because he's a massive proponent of social distancing.
mm-hmm.
And
The architect of the lockdown in the UK.
yeah, he published the paper that basically forced the UK's hand to have a national lockdown, and you, good sir, have the biggest H on your forehead.
Yeah, asshole. So
And our favorite person, Elon Musk, decided to give his 2 cents, calling him an utter tool. What a beautiful insult that is.
Yeah, that's honestly like when I heard that, I was like, wow, I've never heard something
So accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, that goes along with like these entitled people who like think that they can tell other people how to live their lives and then disobey those rules. So I guess going off of those rules and like numbers, and back to the University of Pennsylvania, which is where Bing Liu was working.
Mm-hmm.
So the Wharton School of Business.
Yeah, the
best-
greatest
the
college
greatest,
ever.
best. Which it's actually in the University of Pennsylvania. Trump never says, like, the actual school where we went to is the Wharton School of Business.
It's like saying like I went to honors college. Yeah, but you went to like Arizona State.
Yeah.
I was in honors college.
Reed Honors College, the
Yeah.
best. Like, so anyway, they released a study of 3 different scenarios in the U.S. if we were to act right now. So scenario 1 is if we just continued the stay-at-home order nationally until the end of June, which would be 117,000 deaths and 18.6 million jobs lost.
So that's if we open up.
That's
tomorrow.
if we didn't open up anything.
Oh, yeah, we
if we
keep
just
going
did
where we're going.
lockdown, Yeah.
Just keep sailing. Okay.
So partial reopening, probably like what phase 1 is for us right now would be like 162,000 deaths and 14 million jobs lost. And then
Difference.
scenario 3 is we just open everything. 350,000 dead, 500,000 jobs lost. So,
Numbers.
yeah, numbers. We get into this really weird territory, though, because the CDC, prior to coronavirus, had done, like kind of figuring out, like, how much is a human life really worth? Really uncomfortable subject matter.
Oh, the lawyers do it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you killed, like, his brother? Like, $5 million in the bank right there.
It's like the ancient idea of weregild, blood money. How much does that person cost?
Yeah. So the CDC decided to play this game, and they placed human life at a value of $10 million.
It's chunk of change right there.
Yeah, it is.
Now, if it's my mom, she's worth every ounce of gold in the universe, but,
Yeah, again, we all have different values for different people.
Right.
And human That's a very subjective value as well.
Right.
So that being said, what we are spending per life in scenario 1 nationally is $60 million per life. In scenario 2 with the partial reopening, it's $42 million per life. And in scenario 3, it's under $10 million per life.
Oh, so the cost of how much it's going to cost us to take those measures.
Yes.
Hmm.
So that being said, obviously the solution lies somewhere in between scenarios 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, it's some gray. Yeah.
But it's very hard to make that call.
Yeah, it's not very empathetic. There's not a lot of heart.
No. At the same time, though, what's the use of keeping everybody alive if, like, some of the statistics I'm seeing here, like, I think 1 out of every 5 American children is now, like, having trouble getting, like, their daily nutrients.
That's not great.
I think it was like 5.7% during the Great Recession, like in 08, 09. So those
We're
numbers
at 20% now?
Yeah, we were like 20%, which is ridiculous.
I know I heard that the suicide prevention hotline has gone up 1,000%. 10,000%?
1,000%. So yeah, 10 times. Like, that's ridiculous. And, Trump's kind of getting flack here because Trump has actually mentioned, like, you have to think
mental
of
health.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Like, which I don't
Very progressive of him to say, honestly.
Yeah, that is. And, like, a lot of the people who are mental health, like, advocates are really not taking that stance, which I find super bizarre.
Being the mental health advocates that they are.
Yeah. You would... It's
That's
like,
your job, right?
The coronavirus. It's like, well, it doesn't matter if, like, somebody killed themselves. Or, like, what about the deaths from people who aren't seeking cancer treatment right now?
Dialysis is a massive one.
Yeah. And if you're not going to the hospital to avoid getting the Rona, or, like, just because, like, you can't have an elective surgery,
like, health in general is down then.
Yeah.
And the problem is, like, if you draw it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you don't draw a line, then you were apathetic and you didn't do your job. If you do draw a line and it's not what the public opinion thinks, then you're a heartless piece of shit.
Yeah, it is. It is exactly what you said. And, of course, the person who has the most to gain from this, which he is trying to gain from it, is Sleepy Joe Biden.
Sleepy Joe. But first, get the Sleepy Joe. Our sponsors. Our first sponsor today is sponsored by Totino's Pizza Rolls. Nostalgia is a feeling that we all yearn for. The easier times in our past. Times when I didn't just burn off my entire face, when I hastily scarfed down a fresh pizza roll. Totino's takes you there. Made with 100% fresh ingredients and cardboard, these delicious pizza rolls are perfect for anything, anywhere. Use discount code DGN on Amazon for 10% off our new flavor, Munster and Prosciutto.
Beautiful. And our next sponsor is Tecate Light. Celebrate every day like it's Cinco de Mayo without getting bloated. Brewed in 1944, this beer helped Mexican troops stay out of World War II, and it can help you get through the quarantine while you stay out of the workforce. Productivity? No. Choose Tecate Light.
What about Joe?
So, Sleepy Joe Biden saying some stuff akin to, like, every life is priceless, which, I mean, yeah, you're kind of right, but at the same time, like, no public policy was ever made by accounting that, like, nobody would die.
Yeah, actually, every policy ever has been mathematically figured out to actually how many people are going to die. We need to know the exact number.
Yeah, it's like when you get into your car, there is a chance that you're going to die. You still get in your car every day. You still drive 65 miles an hour. When, like, if you want to save more people, highways would have, like, a 10-mile-per-hour speed limit.
California had 55 miles an hour for a long time. California did that.
Yeah, they're really a bastion. Nobody dies in California.
Anytime you ever see a recall for a car manufacturer, a lawyer and all the accountants and all the bean counters got together and had to do the math of, well, the recall could kill XYZ amount of people. So what's going to be more expensive? Recalling every single 2007 Hyundai Sonata, or how many lawsuits do you think we're going to get? And how much are those lawsuits going to cost? Well, if the lawsuits are cheaper, they just go with that.
Yeah.
Every single time. So if there's ever a recall, that means that it would cost so much money to be sued. It's cheaper to take back every single car and fix the whatever the hell is wrong with it. Everything is based off of, especially when it gets to the large numbers, there's always a human element of how many people are going to die.
Yeah. And that's, weirdly enough, not being taken in this regard. Like, Biden's taking the stance of just wait it out until we get a vaccine, or we can test 50 million people a day, which is impossible.
So we have to wait a week then. There's about 350 in the U.S. 50 million a day.
I
What
mean,
the
and
fuck?
that's like saying every day. That's not even like after you get through everybody in the U.S., you would have to like reshuffle, do it again and again and again and again and again and again, because you can catch the Rona at any point in time.
So your weekly. Oh, sorry, I can't hang, guys. My weekly. I got my lottery slip. My weekly testing had to go.
So I'm negative.
Wait in line for 7 hours. Because how many testing places are they going to have? How much is that going to cost?
Yeah.
How many resources are we going to use for that?
Is there a testing app? Like, is there a swab extension for my cell phone?
Everyone gets those diabetes pricker things, and then we all just have great little open sores on our fingers to get the corona. Perfect.
It's cute. It's a very impossible stance. And that being said, also, Biden said he's standing up for people of color, which is statistically wrong because white people are working most of the jobs that you can like work remotely. Like Steve and I are both straight white guys, in case like anybody listening couldn't tell that. And we're both like not really hurting from this, but I'm sure a lot of other people are, and a lot of those people happen to have more melanin than us. Yeah, statistically speaking,
yeah.
They're also more likely to have families, so that's also putting their kids at risk by not allowing them to go back to work.
So and it's not but that's not on policy. So it's not keeping with the party line to say that what is actually accurate. No, it's all about the feel good. Gotta do the feel good.
It's about the feelings,
right?
It's not about the numbers.
It's all about the optics.
Yeah. So going off of that, I guess I'm going to get into sort of conspiratorial territory here, but I'm thinking that the lockdown is deliberately being used to cripple the Trump campaign.
They already said that.
Who said that?
The Democrats.
When?
Can't waste good advice. Nancy Pelosi's already been doing that.
They alluded to it. They didn't blatantly say it.
No,
but,
no one's gonna blatantly say it. They're not the Illuminati.
Yeah. But that being said, they're advocating for this lockdown, and then after, like, let's say it destroys the American economy, then they can be like, see, look what that mean man did. When Trump's been the advocate for reopening, they'll be like, he did lockdown and he took your job, and now Joe's
ruined the economy.
Yeah, exactly. They're definitely, because, prior to the Rona, Trump was looking invincible.
It was the greatest economy ever. Black unemployment is at the lowest. We got the greatest jobs ever. And now it's not. And he's been just Mike Tysoning through those punches, swinging and bobbing the whole time because that's all he can do. Unfortunately, the president isn't God.
No, and this is like kind of a weird, like kind of improbable situation.
Yeah, it's an impossible situation that doesn't happen until it does.
And they're trying to bank on it.
Well, yeah, because they got to worry about the next 4 years.
Yeah, they do. Hopefully, Joe can make it through the next 4 years.
I mean, there's been great advances in Alzheimer's research, and so maybe
and cryogenics, just like freeze them.
Just wait, do the Nixon and Simpsons. Just cut his head off and just keep him in there.
Futurama.
Yeah, Futurama. That's right.
Yeah, same creator.
Close enough. Matt Groening. I like Futurama.
Yeah, I did too.
When they rebooted it was terrible.
Yeah, it was. But the last episode was pretty decent.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I enjoyed it.
So that's the plan, Joe. Just cryo freeze your consciousness and upload it so you can just maintain. Actually, that's what Bernie should do. Because Bernie's going to run when he's 86.
I hope not. Oh, my God. A world where Bernie Sanders is this, like, ever-living AI thing.
The 5% of the top 30%.
The 1%. No, just upload his consciousness onto a server.
Oh, just Stephen Hawking's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, what a dark probable future that is.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I want Elon. Elon 2024.
Yeah, definitely. I'm down there. Like,
Elon. Elon is the Uberman.
Dude, the Ubermensch. Like,
yeah.
He's the man.
He's even richer than Trump.
Yeah.
He's like, 12th richest man in the world?
He's up there.
Yeah.
Awesome Twitter feed.
His child name is pretty retarded, but
yeah, other than
that's
that,
probably his girlfriend's name. I don't know.
You can't win them all.
Can't win them all. Can't win them all. But the problem is he wasn't born in the United States.
Well,
maybe we gotta amend.
Yeah, I'm down.
The Constitution.
Do it, dude. We'll do it. Like, hear me out. Like, we'll get it with the with like you can do it with a Democratic majority, because then they'll be like, oh, somebody born in Mexico could do it. And then
Canada.
We'll be like,
South Africa, here we come.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
Yeah.
Andy's alive too, which is also good.
And he's young. Yeah, he's
so-
39, 42.
He's in his early 40s.
40s. Yeah, perfect age.
Yeah, so
Kennedy's
definitely
age. Perfect.
right up there. So yeah,
Yeah,
Elon
he'll be
2024.
something like 50.
Yeah.
Perfect time to be
Cool with
president.
So
Everyone in the world loves him.
I mean, not everybody, but I do.
I do. And that's what really matters. I have Elon in my heart. I want the New York shirt that says I heart Elon.
Oh, dude. I wish we could make money off of those, but I'm sure we would get sued like out the ass.
I'm not talking about that Elon. It's my friend Elon.
Yeah, Elon is a concept. you
Yeah.
know?
Elon's not a person. It's a way of life. Elon.
So I like that future, but our immediate future is looking great.
So far, yes.
Yeah,
If we keep going, as I think as of the last 6 hours, it's been a big hopeful upswing right now from our local lives in Nevada that could hopefully transpose to other states and get this shit rolling again. You know, might be all right. We're gonna make it, guys.
Yeah.
As Ziz told us, we're all gonna make it.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Thank God, it's not a train coming to fuck us in the face.
Jeez. I think that's all I got for May 7th.
That's May 7th, my friends.
2020.
Find us on Facebook, Demagogue News, Twitter, Instagram, all that good shit. Drop us a like. Let us know what we did.